which type of exercise should I focus on? There are maybe two different groups of exercises that most of us are familiar with. One of them is aerobic exercise, cardiovascular exercise, cardio. The other one is resistance training. Resistance training is more about focusing on the muscle. The movements are a little bit slower. They really help strengthen the tendons. They put a good amount of healthy pressure on the bones. While aerobic exercise and cardio really focus on the heart rate, on circulation, on stamina. One thing that's important to realize is many times when you do resistance training, you're getting a pretty good amount of aerobic exercise. And for most aerobic exercise, you're probably getting a healthy amount of resistance training as well. The question is, if you were to focus on one versus the other, how would you decide that? So welcome to drashori.com. My name is Dr. Ashori. I'm a board-certified family medicine physician. I love exercise. I believe it's a great tool to help my clients age healthy and prevent chronic disease. One of the ways that I think about exercise and choosing one versus another, the most important is, what is it that you like? What is it that you enjoy? If walking is what you enjoy, if it gives you peace and pleasure to look at these beautiful pine trees that I can see outside of my window, breathe in that fresh air, then walking is probably what you should focus on. As a second order question, a second order problem to solve, what are you at risk for? If you have a lot of family history of cardiovascular disease, a lot of family history of maybe bone problems like osteopenia or osteoporosis, some resistance training is probably a good idea. Now, that could be just calisthenics. It could be doing push-ups against the wall, on the ground, on your knees, squats. It could be lifting bottles with your arms. Any of that is going to be pretty effective. And if for you, getting your heart rate up tends to make you feel calmer, makes you sleep better at night, helps you feel more recovered, then paying attention to that is important. Even when you do resistance training, you can try to focus on actually getting your heart rate up. There's quite a few people who do circuit training and resistance training where their heart rate goes through the roof. They really get their maxed heart rate up. But if not, HIIT or interval training or cycling, swimming, running, those might be better options for you. So think first about what it is that you like. What is it that you enjoy, that you love doing, that you think you can stick with? Second, think about what is it that your body is telling you you might need, especially if you have any kind of metabolic issues, if your body composition is not ideal, and the other diseases that we talked about that you might be at risk for. Then you can start incorporating some aspects of those other activities. But never think about what some social media guru says about this particular training is what everybody should be doing. This particular training is what everybody needs. Even the research studies that really zoom in on those points are going to miss the big picture.